All right, today I'm gonna walk y'all through a step-by-step of how I installed a QD cup on an A2 stock. Before we get started, I do need to throw out a little disclaimer. I didn't have a lawyer write this, so it's just me. This is how I did this stock. I'm not telling you that you should do this to yours. I'm not telling you how to do this to yours. This is strictly a video of how I did mine. If you try to complete this on your rifle and you screw up, don't come screaming to me. It's not my fault. You did it wrong. Now that that's out of the way, what I've got here is a little Noveske QD cup. You can find it on their website. No, Noveske's not paying me to do anything. I'm not that cool. This is just the one I was eyeballing here. So we've got an A2 stock. I guess we'll make sure, I'll prove to you this rifle's clear. Rifle's clear. So we've got an A2 stock here. This can be done on the rifle. I find that it's easier to just take the stock off. For that, we're gonna need a flathead screwdriver. If you've got an A2 stock, you probably already know that you need a flathead screwdriver to take it off. Alright, dump the spacer there. We'll set the rifle out of the way. You're gonna want to go ahead and take the butt plate completely off, so we're gonna remove the bottom screw. Dump those screws in the butt plate, and I am going to cut this sling mount off, but this sling mount is the nut for the bottom butt plate screw, so you're going to want to hold on to that. Okay, so as you can see in my stock here, in the storage compartment, there is an opening, and that's where I'm gonna insert my my QD mount here. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take and drill a little bitty pilot hole. It's kind of where I want it. This QD cup does require a 1/2-inch hole, but being plastic, sometimes that can grab a bigger drill bit if you're trying to drill all the way through it at first. So I drill a small pilot hole, then I'm going to step up a little bit, and then I'll go to a 1/2-inch. That looks like a good location. And I'll step up one more time. Oh, wait, heavy. Punched through a little bit on those, went all the way through to the styrofoam or whatever that is on the other side. I'm not gonna worry about that too much. Excuse me. I got some burrs right here. I'm gonna just kind of deburr this stock right quick. So there you can see my 1/2-inch hole. You can see a little better what's going on in there. I've got a little QD sling mount. I'm gonna screw that in. Now I would not trust these this plastic, these fine threads in this plastic to hold my sling, because it just ain't gonna do it. It's 1/2 x 32, and it's not gonna hold. So you can see in here, right there. There's not very much thread sticking out there on that other stock I just did. There wasn't quite enough thread to get the nut on the back side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Dremel and take a little bit of that styrofoam type material out and just give myself a little room in there. Safety first. Now, as you can see, I can get access to a lot of threads in there. You can see on this nut, it's got these little barbs right here, and what those will do is those will mash down into the interior material on this stock and keep that nut from twisting. Alright, so we have hit the Loctite that Noveske applied in here. I'll take a 5/8 wrench, put it on my nut. And go ahead and suck this thing on down. Now, you want to make sure that your sling swivel is oriented to where your sling will hang correct on the rifle. For me, I want my sling to hang just like that. I want it to come up and over the butt plate. So that's done. Next thing I'm going to do is we're going to go in here to the vise, and I'm going to get a Metabo and cut this sling loop off of right here. Let's go in there. Hey, go. All right, so I've got that rounded off a little bit. I'll worry about painting it when I paint the rifle. I'm just going to drop that in right there. Put my butt plate back on. Good and snug. You can see there, QD cup, no bottom sling mount, as it should be. Bring the rifle back over here. Drop our spacer in. Be careful with our detent spring right there. And suck her back down. All right, guys. So that's done. This really is a 8-10 minute job. Now that I've done 2 of them, it doesn't take long at all. For your first one, it might take a little longer, but it doesn't take long if you've got the right tools or have access to the right tools. Anyway, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll do my best to answer them.